Alright, so looking at number 19 on worksheet 2. I know what the first term is, that's easy, that's the first one. But finding r is sometimes tricky, especially when you can tell it's a fraction and you're not real sure. But you can always do one term over the previous term. Pick any term, stick it over the previous term, and that's your r. So r is negative 3/4. Most of the time you can look at it and figure it out if it's 2 or a half or a third. But sometimes you get some weird ones thrown in there. So negative 3/4 to the n minus 1. Negative 3/4 in parentheses, so that you make sure you cube, square, exponent the entire thing. 24 was the other one. So let's look at 24. Write the explicit formula and find the specified term. So I've got to figure out how to get from A3 to A6. So from A3 to land at A6, I have to multiply by R 3 times to get from the third step to the sixth step. The third term to the sixth term. That's 3 steps away. So negative 12 r cubed equals 96. Grab a calculator if needed to do 96 divided by 12. So r cubed is negative 8, which means r is negative 2. But I also need to know what A1 is. Again, sometimes drawing out the blanks helps. So if I'm multiplying each time by negative 2, moving forward, moving backwards, I'll divide by negative 2. So that would get me to 6. And then I back up again, that would get me to negative 3. So this idea of moving forward, moving backwards. Forward we would be multiplying, moving backwards we'd be dividing. So the nth term would be negative 3 times negative 2 to the n minus 1. And again, you can't simplify that. On arithmetic, sometimes you can distribute and move some things around. Here, don't tell me that that's 6, negatives make a positive, all that stuff. You can't do that. So next job is to find out what A9 is. So we'll plug in 9, and now I'm just going to go to the calculator and let the calculator do the work. Be careful with parentheses. So negative 3 times negative 2 to the 8th. Negative 768. Number 14. All right, again with stepping from 2 to 4, although this is arithmetic, so my steps are not multiplying steps, they're adding steps. A2 plus 2 steps gets me to A4. So negative 5 plus 2 steps gets me to negative 11. So lots of negatives, we'll just need to be real careful. Add 5 to both sides, is negative 6. So D is negative 3. So I need A1, so I need to back up. So A2, back up 1 step, should get me to A1. So negative 5 minus negative 3. So A1 is negative 2. Again, if that feels weird, then there's nothing wrong with kind of laying out the terms and seeing what goes where. We know negative 5 is the second term. Negative 11 is the fourth term. We think D is negative 3, so that means we're going to subtract 3 each time. So that fits. We could keep going. I guess we don't need to. And if we back up 1, we would get -2 for the first term, which matches what we had. So you can kind of do it all with equations, but if you get stuck or you want to check, it's not a bad idea to kind of sketch them out and fill in the blanks. Plus, then you'll have a really good check and feel good about your answer.
So if you just do it in your head, like, will you not have points taken off?
So doing it in your head, I need to see something. Don't just plop down those answers. Like, show me something like what you were thinking. Yeah, I mean, this is overkill. This is like the maximum amount of work you would need to show or want to show. A sub n is the first term plus d times n minus 1. And again, you can clean that up if you want, or you can leave it like it is. It's fine either way. If you leave it as is, it's real easy to spot a1 and d. If you want to clean it up, because we're about to use it in a minute, that's okay too. -3n plus 1. Either one is acceptable. You don't have to simplify it. Maybe it makes it easier to find a10 if you simplify it. -30 plus 1 is -29. Overkill on the boxing there.